Hello everyone, this is Sam from DATEC Studios. In this video, I want to create a simple business card. I already searched business card in Google and found this image. Let me show you the bigger version. This is very simple business card, but I think there's few tips here to show you. Alright, let's start. If I open this website, as you see, there is dimension for this business card, which is dimensions based on inches. So you could enter exact this value in Photoshop or convert it to centimeters or millimeters. If you need to convert it to centimeter, I run my calculator. Each inch equal to 2.54 centimeter. So 3.5 multiplied by 2.54. So it is about 8.9. And 2 multiplied by 2.54 is 5. So I create new document in Photoshop. I set my unit scale to centimeter or millimeter. 8.9 by 5. Note that 1 millimeter or 2 millimeter, it is not so important. Just make sure your resolution is set by 300 dpi pixel per inches and color mode for CMYK. In previous video I mentioned that you could also use RGB mode. Doesn't so important. And create. Alright. First of all, make sure you have rulers in your Photoshop. If you don't see your ruler, simply press Ctrl or Command R or go to View menu and enable rulers. Also right click on your rulers and set to centimeter. I usually make two guides to make sure finding exact center of this document. And save frame margins, which I usually set for half a centimeter. If you cannot find exact value, move your mouse pointer to the cross of two rulers and bring down. Alright, now I could set exactly 5 centimeter here. Also for this corner. Another tip here, if you dragging horizontal ruler or vertical and you need to switch to other type, just simply hold down Alt or Option key. Now your guideline will switch to other type. And hold down Shift. That's it. I brought my reference image into my document to make sure nothing miss. If we analyze our reference, it is very simple. We have this left grayish side and some elements with blue background, some horizontal lines and text. The left gray side, as you see, there is some linear diagonal pattern and logo and of course text. We could simply make it. I bring my guides again. If you don't see your guides or want to hide them, you could go to View menu. In the show, there is few options like guides, grids, or smart guides. By press Ctrl semicolon or Command semicolon, you could disable or enable guides. If you press Ctrl H or Command H, all guides such as Smart Guide, Guides itself and Grid will be automatically hide and unhide. So if you press Ctrl H, you could disable them or re-enable it. I create new layer and creating a rectangular shape. change the fill color to pure black or gray. If you click on the fill color and select the color picker, based on CMYK, I set values for C0, M0, Y0, and for blackness maybe 90%. Okay. If you need transform your rectangle shape, press Ctrl T. I hold on Ctrl and Shift or Command Shift on Mac and start dragging the bottom right corner. Now I could resize it to my desirable position. If you check your reference again, we have also another lighter gray version for border. So I could duplicate this layer, drag it on create new layer, or press Ctrl J or Command J. The below version, I will move it to the right, and I could change the value or transparency, any method you like. I think I rather to change the color. You could find in property the colors. If you cannot find or it is hard to you, just simply go to one of your shape commands again while your layer is selected, click fill and readjust the color, or change your foreground color. I set this time maybe 50%. Okay, and press Alt Delete or Option Backspace on Mac to change the foreground color, to fill foreground color into your shape. I think it is too dark, so maybe 35% better. Okay. Again, hold Alt or Option and click on your reference layer to go in solo mode. And we have this icon here. It is a hexagon icon with overlapping colors. Alright, I create a new document and something like maybe 1000 pixel by 1000. Create. Again, create your guides to make sure you're creating accurately. I create a hexagon by using polygon tool. Click and drag. If you hold on Control key, you can rotate while you're drawing. If you hold on Shift, will angle snap. So I will find my desirable value. While you're dragging, if you hold the space and start dragging, also you could move your shape or any drawing region. Control T and make it bigger. Actually, this is my reference. If you check your reference, there is some triangle shapes. So I could simply duplicate my layer, temporarily change the color, and go to pen tool. Control click on the border to enable points and simply remove some of these points. Here is asking you are removing your points and your shape will no longer standard shape. Would you like to do that? Yes. So again, I will remove this one, this one. If I hold on the Alt or Option key and click, your corners will transform from Bezier corner to corner. So you will have a sharp corners. Alright, I duplicate my layer, Control T, hold down Shift key, and rotate for 60 degrees and reposition it. Control J or Command J, or go to the layer menu and duplicate layer or new and via copy. Control T again. Also, I control click to select this layer, Control J, Control T, hold down to Shift key and rotate it. Control J, Control T, and the last part. If you check your reference, we have two colors. It simulates some kinda two-sided color. The lighter versions and darker versions. So this is light and this is dark. I enable my eyedropper and click on darker color. Press X or swap your foreground and background color. And this time I select my lighter version color. Alright, now we have two colors. Lighter color for foreground color and darker for background. So this is lighter and lighter. So I go to the move command, control click to select, alt or option delete, and control click and alt or option delete. As you see, now we have two lighter version here. I make these three darker, control delete or command delete to fill with background color. We are too close except this part. You cannot set the color with overlapping here. Of course, there are several ways to do that. I will do with a simple trick. First, I control click and move this layer to up to make sure the order is correct. Also, this layer should be the next order. Now this is correct except this corner. Control click to select this layer. If you hold on control or command and click on this layer thumbnail, your filled area will select it. Alright, now find this layer. Control click to find it. If I hold Control Alt and Shift all together or Command Option Shift and click, only the intersect layers will remain deselected. Now you could convert it to path or shape, or just simply create new layer and fill with your foreground color. So I create new layer and simply press Alt Delete or Option Backspace on Mac to fill with that layer. And this layer order should be fixed too. So I find this layer and move it down. We don't need this reference anymore. Now we made our logo. I select all these layers because all of them except this layer is shape. If you merge them, you will make a rasterized layer. So instead of that, I press Ctrl G or Command G to make a group and name it logo. Now I could move this logo to this document. Alright. Bring back your layers. Press Ctrl T or Command T and set the position anywhere you want. I think that's fine. And simply you have few texts here, Code Pro and Print Design. So press T or select Type tool and start typing. Code Pro. Make these types smaller. And this part is white. Resize it and change any font you like. Also, because my smart guides enabled, from view, show and smart guides, and also we enabled snap. Now simply you could set your text exactly in middle of this layer. Alright, hold on the Alt and Shift or Option and Shift on Mac and drag to copy these text layer and write the secondary text. Print design. I select them all and change the color. Also, I think it's better to make regular or even lighter version. Control T and resize it. All right. If you check your reference, we have some diagonal lines here as a pattern, or you could simply make any type of pattern you like. To create a pattern, I go to my secondary document, delete this group, and trying to create a pattern. Make your foreground color anything you want, 0, 0, 0, and 100 for now. And I start to creating some lines or rectangular shapes. If you want to make very accurate, go to View menu, Show and Grid, or press Control quotation or Command quotation on Mac. Now we need adjust our grid. Go to Edit menu, Preferences, and Guides, Grid and Slices, or on Mac go to your Application menu and find Preferences, or simply press Ctrl or Command K. So I press Ctrl K, go to Guide, Grid and Slices, and for the grid I set every 200 pixel, and subdivision I think 4 is enough. Okay, now select rectangular shape, make any color you like, and start drawing. I think that's fine. Press Ctrl Alt T or Command Option T on Mac and move it down any place you like. Actually, I think this first position is not correct, so select this layer and set exactly, touch the border of this grid. So now hold Ctrl Alt T or Command Option T on Mac and Shift drag. Now hold Ctrl Shift Alt T or Command Option Shift T for several times to create these lines. And the last one. Select all these shape layers, press Ctrl E to merge them. Now I could press Ctrl T and hold on Shift and rotate it. Or simply you could rotate your pattern later with styles in your business card document. I already tried, but it was not fully tileable, I think because the shape didn't cut correctly. So I rasterize the layer, right click and rasterize layer, Ctrl A, and go to crop tool and press enter to cut any extra informations. Now I will exit from the pattern preview, Ctrl A, edit, define pattern. Okay, hope this time works well. Yes, that's correct. I think maybe 15 is enough. Okay, as you see, now we made our pattern, and this based on style, so anytime you could go and edit the pattern position, pattern scale, and even the angle. Cancel that. We have 4 blue diagonal box here, which is very simple. I could make guide to create them. All right. Also, I need to make this wider. So simply create a box. Change the fill color with your lighter blue version. Set any position you like. I press Ctrl T, resize it, maybe in middle of here, fine. If you hold on the Control, Shift and Alt, or Command, Option and Shift on Mac, and start moving your borders, as you see your box will skew. So hold on all control keys and set any value you like. I think that's fine. Hold on the Alt and drag to make copy. The middle is fine. Alt and drag again. Also for last part. With assist of Smart Guide, you could make exactly same distance, but if you check your reference, the distance are different, which is doesn't so important. Now we have 4 hexagon and few icon here. So I select my darker blue color and start creating hexagon and make these hexagons. All right. Alt delete or Option backspace to fill this color and start copy them. I think this is, and last layer, the order is not so correct. Okay. And any icon you like, you could find from internet or ask from your customer or create by yourself. It doesn't matter, or even use typography with some fonts like Wingdings or any other iconic fonts. It doesn't matter. I just create few symbolic icons to set the position. Also, you could use custom shapes. Sadly, Photoshop newer versions remove the legacy custom shapes, so you will find it by searching on internet. Alright, and few horizontal lines, and finally few text. So select a lighter version. I could use line or rectangle, doesn't matter. And any width you like. Hold on the Alt Shift and drag to make copy. And I think that's fine. Now, few things left here is simple text. Alright, I made this text as a sample. Now we could prepare it to publish this file for printing. Because my image mode is CMYK, you have no worries. You could check from image mode CMYK, also from your title bar. And as I always offer to you, to prepare this file for print, always save as TIFF file. So go to the file, save or save as, and set the name BC02, select TIFF file format. If you don't need the layers, so uncheck the layers, save, and in image compression, select LZW, which it is non-destructive. Okay, and done. We simply finished our business card. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you next video. Goodbye.